Hello, everyone. Now, I'm trying to expand my variety of the whole, what ifs can you all suggest, and what I would like to do. Now, by the title, you know what this is. What if Tanjiro had Shiro's Emiya's power? Now, if you don't know who Shiro Emiya is, it's quite simple. His whole character base is to become the best hero, or become a hero, save people. His main power is to enhance and strengthen and create things. He can create basically anything that he imagines, or at least know the structure of it by scanning it, as well as he can strengthen his body. So basically, he can make him faster, stronger. He can increase his stamina, but yeah, because he needs that to use that to. It's his stamina basically. It's the energy of his whole power. As well as the same thing happens with his swords. They aren't perfect like in the anime, but they're still quite strong. They won't just break from one hit. Because it's not like they're fighting against servants. Seeing those servants had a little, well, yeah, they weren't, their stuff wasn't as, well, they were legendary weapons, so, yeah. While the samurai weapons are merely just, well, samurai weapons. They are, yes, strong, good, and other such things, but I don't think they would win against Mordred's sword. Also, Tanjiro in this will be actually not having any of the Fate weapons because, well, in the anime, he had to see them, and he saw them. Fate has nothing to do with this series, so he will not be getting, Excalibur Ultra's arrow. Yeah, he's not getting that. Yes, he'll get a bow, because I think samurai or the ancient Japanese had bows for hunting. I think that would be understandable. So, yeah. But instead of, Excalibur flinging things, it'll be samurai flinging things. If that makes sense. Yes, it'll still look mutated to look more, thick. Like, the blade is thicker and looks more like Excalibur, but it's, in a weird shape. And his bow will be the same with a black bow. And, yeah. But, back to the story. When, Tanjiro is born, nothing happens, really. Father loves him, mother loves him, and he is soon to get a younger sister and other such siblings in the near future. Nothing changed. I don't see why him having that power would change anything. He grows up with his father, still doing the same thing, saying to Tanjiro, "Control your breathing and become a fire god." Which would linger in his mind for about, plot reasons. So, yeah. Now, Tanjiro, growing up, would have found out his powers. Being extraordinary, well, at least his father says they're extraordinary. Now, how would he figure out, he can make blades that he can scan? Or he has to scan them, then, kapow, you have a big-ass sword. Simple. His father was cutting wood one time when he was younger. Suddenly, he had a big, axe. He tried to lift it up, but being the weak boy he is, yeah, Tanjiro's dad got a giggle out of it, as well as his mother. Nezuko, not, still being a child, basically still needing to be taken care of his mother, or being taken care of her mother, still being a baby. So, she would not, per se, know what happened. She would just do the whole, but nothing would have, and then proceed to cry. Yeah, I don't really see how she would know about, Tanjiro can make a axe. Yeah, I don't see how that would, how she would know that. But anyways, in this, Tanjiro grows up, and he trains his power. He realizes he can scan weapons, but, where they are, they lack of things, and he is still a respectful boy, so he just doesn't go to a weapon shop and just scan everything. He wants to be respectful. He'd rather buy the weapon first, then scan it, and wait for the actual weapon to break, then use his power to create another one of that. So he's so respectful, Tanjiro. I always have to keep, Tanjiro's happiness side. So, yeah. Now, I always say Izuku now. I've done so many Izuku what ifs. It's weird to have a new like what if of Tanjiro. But anyways, in this also, he, like I was saying, he grows up finding, well, nearly just using the knives and, well, stuff while he was growing up. So whenever his brother is, well, cutting wood and he wants to help, makes axe, helps his brother. You know, the one in the anime where he had that axe thing achieved before, they all died. So, yeah. He is still the still good brother to everyone, and Nezuko is still the same thing, and everyone else the same thing. I don't see having him have a superpower would have changed anything, and I don't think many people have known because they are, well, in the forest, and, well, Tanjiro's father made sure to keep that secret. And actually told everyone to keep Tanjiro's secret. Tanjiro, understanding that this power would be great and could be used as the Demon Slayer core, but Tanjiro's dad thinks he'll just be abused, so he just says be very lenient with it before he inevitably dies. Also, he lives a little longer in this, so Tanjiro can actually get the grasp of, oh, be smart about using my power. So, yeah. Which also leads to Tanjiro learning his whole, what's it called? Not the dance. That involves then he can, do the whole fire dragon, ah, that thing. So, yeah. But on the, well, same thing would happen. Tanjiro goes out, gets cold, goes to the store, goes to the town. That happens the same. None of them know Tanjiro's power. So, yeah. He really only uses it at home. Unless there's, someone trying to rob him, but that really never happened. That actually never happened to him. Seeing this is a lovely, well, town. So, good on you, man. Anyways, he would have pronounced do all the same things, helping everyone in the town, selling them coal, and helping them with little things, being paid for it, and yeah. The man it would have been late, same thing. Man says, come in, there's demons. Tanjiro would just saying, okay, knowing what a demon is from his father, being the said thing of, oh, demons, he would understand because his father told him when he was, well, before he died, so he knows what demons are. The man asks if he knows demons. Him saying yes, his father told him before he passed away. The man just saying, good man. And they would talk a little bit about demons. Tanjiro getting a better explanation, or at least more information on the demons. So he knows a little more. Him finding out there was a demon slayer core, people that kill demons, so he got an interest in that, but wanted to, well, stay with his family, being the nice older brother and, Tanjiro. But, well, tragedy struck. He, well, came home to a bloody doorway, smelling blood. I don't see why his smell would have not changed. He has the whole ultra-smelling instincts. And still seeing Nezuko on the floor, and go open the door, seeing his whole family dead. He would see that Nezuko is, well, alive or, well, turning into a demon, but he does not know that. He just sees the twitching of her fingers. So he knows she's still alive. Trying to rush down the hill, or up the mountain, to go to this village, get a doctor. Fails because Nezuko does the same thing and, well, gets moving and, well, knocks him down to the lower area, the whole forest area where he met Giyu. Now, Tanjiro would have done the same thing because he had the axe still on him. So, yeah. I don't see why wouldn't he have it. And, well, he would still put the whole thing against her neck, or not her neck, the thing on her mouth, so she doesn't, well, bite on him. So, yeah. Giyu, they still do the whole scenes of him. Giyu comes by, does a whole speech of demons are bad. Tanjiro, well, he doesn't win against Tanjiro, or Giyu. Actually, well, I have to reveal something about Giyu. In this, Giyu is a female. I don't know the female version of Giyu, so I'll just say Giyu. And what does she look like? Well, this. This is probably the best picture I found, with not her having too much revealed parts, because some of the other pictures I found on this app, aka Pinterest, I think you all can tell it's Pinterest, were more revealing and in other such places, and had more skin showing. I thought this would have suited her, so yeah. So don't add me in the comments, because this is the ship. And, well, Tanjiro was very, well, because of his father being older and or lasting longer, he would show Tanjiro how to get a good workout. So he would be kind of like the same strength as he would against you know how Inosuke fought against Tanjiro, while like kind of like how Inosuke did the whole spinning across the neck thing. He's at that kind of strength level of his own physical body, but no super swords or no samurai swords yet. So yeah. He would try to do the same thing instead of, well, when he does do the whole technique of throwing the axe behind the tree, he would actually create a second axe in his hand. So he'd actually have two axes, but the real axe is coming from above. Now this axe is perfectly fine. You could use it for about anything of chopping wood. It still can be used as a weapon. So Giyu takes this as a threat and knocks Izuku down. Now, well, she didn't realize the axe was coming for her unless, well, Tanjiro getting lucky or getting unlucky, it kind of just like skimming her head. Well, it's kind of like it cut off a lunk of her hair. She looked on the side of her, wondering how did he, well, get two axes. She thought he only had one. He actually had only one, because she only saw one because he was trying to, well, not die using that axe. So, because she did see that part. She would have put it behind her, thinking he had a different axe in a different spot of his body, maybe on his back or something. But when looking at it more thoroughly, on Tanjiro was like, oh, if he has a sheath on him or something to holster an axe, there was nothing, which leads her to be confused and, well, not knowing of, well, Tanjiro. But Nezuko is still awake, and, well, to what female Giyu thinks, she's going to kill Tanjiro, but doesn't kill him, puts a nice hand over him, and protects him. Giyu taking a note of this, doing the old karate chop on her neck, passing her out. Tanjiro wakes up to see a Giyu cutting an apple with her sword. I don't know. Tanjiro just asking, are you a demon slayer? Yes. Now, why did you protect your, well, sister? Because she's my sister, and I was interested about... No, he wouldn't say that. No, sorry, I messed up that part. He actually wouldn't see Giyu there at left. He would see, obviously, some remains of foot tracks, but it was snowy, so some of them did get, flown away, or just wind passed through it. But he would have at least seen tracks of Giyu's, well, the old walking stuff, the old feet, her footsteps. So, but with a letter on the ground. He would have read the letter, explaining to go to here, here, and here. And Tanjiro, going back to his place, where his dead family is, buries them. Gives them all burial while Nezuko is in the house, sunlight and all. They wait until nightfall. Him and Nezuko bolt, and yeah, Izuku would have actually some money because of his family. Because, well, being the oldest would have given him money, yes, as well, or his family money, as well as other such things, like he just got money from his whole experience of going before and earning money. And their money they have saved up for something that they've been wanting to get, but they couldn't because now they're all dead. Sorry, if that was blunt. So, yeah, he would take all the money and, well, while Tanjiro is at day, he told Nezuko to stay in the whole, well, little cave he made for her. So they don't, well, so she doesn't die of the sun. So, yeah. But when he did go out, he still got the bamboo, pays for it. Or, no, I say he was more, he understood that the guy wanted it. Like, he didn't have to pay, so he just said thank you. The manager saying thank you. It's fine, that was old stuff. Anyways, good luck trying to build whatever you're trying to build. He would respectfully say, thank you, sir, and, well, have a good day. Going more inwards, not back to, Nezuko. Seeing this was still the morning, he had a lot of time of daylight. So he thought he might as well make good use of it. Now buying it's not the, Demon Slayer sword with that fancy metal, but it was still a sword. Now, it would be one of those swords that look like it's it's not his sword, but it's like a black knife. It's a black knife that can, no, it doesn't. It's like a stainless steel knife, I think. Yeah, I'll say it's a stainless steel. There were a lot of good blacksmiths back then, so yeah. And it was very sharp, being the Japanese, Chinese. I do not know. I'm just saying Japanese. Please say in the comments if this is a Japanese or they live in ancient Japan. I think they live in ancient Japan. Oh no, they do. I remember that video. The 6-minute video of they all explain, what's Demon Slayer. So yeah, I've watched that quite a bit. So, okay, back to the story. I'm getting off track. Now, he would buy the weapon, scanning it, but keeping the sheath, waiting for it to, yeah. But he would actually make, no, he scans it and makes a second one when he's off of the town. And, yeah. No one would have known he has 2 weapons now. So, yeah. And, he would use those to, he would use his creation of the knife to more or less, help make the whole thing of basket for Nezuko. Sorry if I'm not putting in sheer MES powers. I'm trying to put them in as much as I can. It's just like now, like at this part, it's just hard, seeing they're not in the demon stuff yet. And yeah, now he would make the said basket, putting Nezuko in it, doing the whole adorable, cute scene of Nezuko trying to get in, and doing so by shrinking herself. So, yeah. And, after that, they walk, day and nighttime, or, no, wait, no, they will walk, no. In this, they would still meet up against that demon, and something would change. Instead of Tanjiro, flinging his axe at the demon, cutting its head off, and kind of just like making it stay on that tree, it would actually be, that, but when the old man says there's only one way to kill a demon, cutting the head off by a special sword, revealing the sword and giving it to Tanjiro, saying, cut the head off. Tanjiro, having a slight hatred for, demon, or not having, how should I say this? It's like, he is now consoling for demons. It's just like, he knows when they have to die and not. And he's well prepared of killing demons. So, yeah. And seeing he does not know any of this demon's past, what you might think? He chops off the neck. The demon, dies, but speeds up because of the sun. Like, it was already how the Demon Slayer just cut the head off and it kind of disintegrates. The sun came out and just kind of, speed the process up. The man, knowing that Tanjiro, killed the demon, just the sun kind of sped the whole killing process up. So he would count that as, a kill for Tanjiro. Him saying that Tanjiro can kill, has the resolve to kill a demon. And, explains that was he the person that Giyu sent in the letter. With, Tanjiro asking if that's the female that saved his life with black hair and blue eyes. Him saying, yes, so you do know Giyu. How's she doing? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. You really just met her and she kind of just, what happened? and ask for the whole explanation of, well, how did he meet, well, Giyu? Because at all he cares for Giyu quite a lot, being, well, the only survivor of, well, you know, what happens in the old training, or the old entrance exam for the Demon Slayers. So, yeah. He would care a lot about Giyu's okay and stuff like that. Isuka's just saying that she looks fine and, well, looks fine and, well, saved his, or would that be counted as save his life? I don't know. Explaining, like, he just explains of what you look, or how he thinks she's doing, because he didn't really get a good explanation of who she is. Just that she, babbled on about demons and stuff like that, with, well, the old man understanding of, well, the past of, well, Giyu. Now, this is not meant to be, well, just because someone's female doesn't mean they dated this person. I'm just stating this. If you know who Sabito is, it's that man with, the old fox mask in the show. The one that Tanjiro kind of split the thing off, then revealing it was the big stone. Yeah, it was that. It was that man with that little girl when he was trying to cut that big boulder. So, yeah, that was him. Now, they were actually dating. Yay! He was dating Sabito. Sabito still dying. Giyu having to, well, this is spoilers in Giyu's past that are in manga. So, watch at your own spoiling risk. Giyu was, hurt in the beginning of it, having to leave and, be brought back to the old safe area. Yeah, she was and she was actually the only survivor of that training experience. So they kind of had to let her become a demon slayer, since she did kind of survive it, just by just hanging out and basically doing what the Taku did. Don't kill demons. So, yeah. Actually, did it say how many he killed? Like in the whole demon slayer, training thing? I don't think so. I think it was just too balls scared of, I don't want to die. That stuff. Anyways, now Izuku would promptly train with, his master now. His newfound master, I forget the damn old man's name, so if I say old man, it's for referring to him, or he just calls him sensei. I do believe that's the respectful tone of telling you who your master is. They either say master or sensei. I think I'll either just say sensei or old man. So, yeah. Him with Izuku just bowing, saying thank you, sensei. Him just saying his name, just saying call him that. Him saying, okay, mister, something. But afterwards, he proceeds to call him sensei and master. He'd always told Tanjiro to not call him that. But he would, because he is not all those formality things, but Tanjiro, being the lovable idiot and respectful idiot that we all know, would have kept done it. So, yeah. He would renounce to be trained in the exact same way. But, something of note that, the old man figured out, because Tanjiro said, he can make swords, weapons, and anything. So he wanted to test the fact. Test if he can, what can he, scan, build, and stuff. He'll bring out the sword that can kill a demon. I'll just say it's the same sword he used in the entrance exam for the Demon Slayer. And there would be a copy of the sword, with Izuku panting, having, I'll say he wasn't panting, but you can tell there was a sweat drop. The band just saying, whoa, and tells this could be a very valuable weapon to the Demon Slayer core, and to you. Tanjiro just saying, are you going to tell the other Demon Slayers so they can take advantage of me? Him looking at it, Tanjiro saying, I would never do that to a young man like yourself. You've already been through enough, with your whole family being, murdered by a demon. Now, that's the least I would never do that to such a young man. The man, knowing what it feels to, lose people he cares about and train with the old Demon Slayer. Tanjiro would actually ask at one point if there was others like him, trainees. he would have just said yes, Giyu and others, but they didn't survive the exam. Or no, he wouldn't say that. He would just say Giyu and, well, whenever anyone else came up. Because Tanjiro's not stupid. He knows there's just not just one master just trained one student. He asked if there was more. Him saying, let's not talk about that. And, well, Tanjiro would pronounce train more and more, with his ability actually being able to now copy about any weapon he can think of, or at least any weapon he can, well, see and copy. Which did leave Tanjiro to go to the store buying different weapons and such things like that. Now, cool note of what he found out he can do. He can change the materials in the blade. Now, what do you mean? Say you have a, well, you know his blade I explained before, like the ones he bought? That he kind of just threw out because they got dull, or because they kind of broke at one point through the old training. Well, he could have changed the metal in it. So think of the Demon Slayer sword, how that fancy material is. You can make that blade into that. So it could be a killing knife for demons. So a very unique power, or a very good power. Which he does express that to Tanjiro a lot. That is a very good power, useful for killing demons. And, well, everyday uses. Explaining that you can use for cutting wood, anything really. Tanjiro can basically make a pot and use that for cooking food. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can use that power for. It's not based on just weapons, it's based on different things. Which, if you all say, oh no, we can't do that, it's been shown in the Fate series. So, yeah. Because one time he had to fix I think it was like a projector. He fixed it using his powers. Making a piece of what it was missing. I don't know. I wasn't too much paying attention to the machine. I was more paying attention to the audio. But I think he put something in, fixing it. So, yeah. Sorry if you hear that in the background. I think someone's using a blowgun to do something. A blowgun, not the old, blow. No, not that. But anyways. Recording! Anyways. He would promptly... Sorry, I had to sound my mom was recording. Anyways. He would promptly train. I just said that before. I should stop rambling on. I have to get out of that habit. Anyways, Tanjiro would, well, pronounce train for the rest of the 2 years. Or pronounce for the rest of the time. The man just saying that he needs to learn how to, well, do the slashing motion and make sure you can cut this boulder in half. And, well, he tries for 6 months. Him now meeting afterwards Sabito and pronounced getting his ass beaten. Sabito would have actually asked what was that power used, because Tanjiro would have used it on Sabito, or at least try to, make another sword, because he kind of got disarmed. And, well, Sabito would actually see 2 blades. One of the swords that he kind of parried up in the air, and a new sword that was a Demon Slayer sword. Tanjiro just had to quickly think of, well, what was the blade, since he had no time to think. He's still indecisive and, what the old man would say, slow. So, yeah. So he's not the expert fighter, as we all know. He's still needing to be trained. Now, Tanjiro would be very, every day he would train with Sabito, with the young girl. If you haven't seen Demon Slayer, watch it, I do recommend it. It just went on Netflix. I don't own any of these, actually I should say, I don't own any of these pictures, and anything I say is not owned by me, and I'm not related to anything. So, yeah, I'm just using ideas. And also, Netflix and anything related to YouTube and stuff like that is not telling me to say it, I'm just saying it. Now that's out of the way. Backstory. It's on Netflix, it's a very cool show. It actually has the English dub for it. So, yeah, which I was kind of shocked about. So, yeah. Anyways, Izuku would promptly, not Izuku, I'm stupid. Tanjiro. If I say Izuku before, I'm sorry. Tanjiro would pronounce the, training with Sabito and the girl, telling what his mistakes in his whole, forms, and getting out of his bad habits, and unnecessary movements and stuff like that. Being now the now experienced Tanjiro, they would both, the scene of Tanjiro versus Sabito. Sabito, getting his mask cut off, revealing it's the old boulder, would have happened. And Sabito just saying that, good luck, and please don't die. Don't let any more people die to that monster, or to that demon. He would have, but not getting, only hearing that, and Giyu kind of fades away. Tanjiro pondering what Giyu said, of what he does mean, demon, and, before he does wave goodbye to the old man, he would ask of what was that demon Sabito told him about. He would have been extremely curious, saying, wait, Sabito? Wait, isn't he, saying, I think there he was a dead spirit that hadn't moved on yet. The master just saying, Tanjiro, there's a demon in there. He's a very high class. He's been looking in, a disgraced face and this, depressed face and not a happy face. Let's just say that. He killed all my students except for Giyu. The only reason why Giyu is alive is because she got injured when Sabito was, fighting that thing, and Sabito told her to leave him alone, or at least save yourself. It was hard for her, but she did it. After that, she was never the same. Tanjiro would have, understood this and just, feel bad for Giyu. And, yeah. Because then that kind of clicked in his mind, saying why Giyu was so kind of cold and other such qualities. So, yeah. Because it felt like she lost someone, but he didn't know, oh, who did she lose? Or something like that. Because it was kind of like, how do I explain this? Giyu's past was very complicated. Now, spoilers for the manga, for Giyu, so watch at your own risk. Giyu's family was, the entire of her family was killed by a demon. The only reason why she survived was her mother sacrificed herself, putting her under a kind of hiding her away in the house, which the demon could not find. So, yeah, yes, it pissed the demon off, but he left begrudgingly, which left her all alone. Then finding, living out her life with, I believe it was her aunt, like her mother's sisters, or her mother's sister. So I think that was what happened. If not, I'll say she had a family member that took her in from another place. She grew up with that family member, being depressed, but then meeting Sabito. And in their 2 years of training to become a demon slayers, end up dating, and, the sad fate of Sabito. So it's like she had lost a lot. So anything she gained was, thrown away. So Giyu's life was very, basically it was put into the shitter, is what I'm trying to say. And, yeah. And, if you also don't know, Giyu always cursed, herself out, and saying that she was never deserving of being a pillar. Even to, the anime day of, Giyu and everyone else. So, which is actually why he is very pronounced and not like a pillar. He doesn't think he deserves to be there. So, yeah. But, anyways. Now Tanjiro had left, knowing all the forms of, the water breathing technique. Not knowing or only knowing, one technique of his father, which he would express to his master. The master, not knowing the breathing technique, but just said it is a good weapon to use. And his father must have been a very, maybe, skillful fighter, or maybe it was passed down through his generations, being an old breathing technique. But Tanjiro would only express that he only knows one form. So, yeah, he's not knowing per se, the old ultimate fire breathing technique and other things like that. So, yeah. Now, this unlike the creation, thing of Tanjiro, this would have been actually rumored around saying a demon slayer having a fire breathing technique. And once the fire breathing technique, pillar, the whole fireboy, would have came and being curious and would have asked more information on this, seeing his family is the only fire breathing technique family. Their fire breathing technique is very close to their family. So, yeah. And, yes. And the father did ask his son, aka Fire Pillar. The Fire Pillar would have, having to do what his father told him, still being the shadow of his father. Because his father was actually a pillar in this. The Fire Pillar. So he's basically just taking up for his dad. Sadly, still being cased by his father's shadow. But anyways, he would look into more information, but not being able to find anything because Tanjiro's family is, dead. Father, dead. The only relative he knows about is Tanjiro. But, when he goes to the inn of, where the old man is, he would express that he's going to go to the exam, and he might not be back. Expressing his, disappointment and stuff like that. The man, now hearing a little bit about Giyu's past, saddened at the fact, but still, the smile was still on his face. Thinking that he should console Giyu and other such things, and they should actually throw a party for Giyu to cheer her up. Boy, I suggest you don't. That was my opinion. He should not do that. That might only just depress her more, because she does not like telling about her past, and yeah. So the fireboy, he would have promptly now understand that he can't do anything at the moment, telling his father that he won't be able to talk to the man, or talk to the young, Tanjiro. The father asking why, him, explaining the situation, the man being, obviously he would understand that, he's going to the entrance exam, so we have to wait. There's no way of getting in, because he also went through the exam, so he would understand. And the fireboy would also understand. So, yeah. Anyways. And you must be asking, why are they why are they very, wanting to know who Tanjiro and the fire technique is? Well, they're basically the only family in the entire of Japan, or ancient Japan, could use fire breathing technique. Which is very, concerning for them if anyone else had a fire breathing technique. Because they have been known to only having the fire technique and it being passed down to generation to generation. So, yeah. But anyways, backstory. He ever, um, Tanjiro pronounced still being wearing the same thing of the water kind of thing. I don't know what they're called. The kind of cover up their suit. So, yeah. Him wearing in the same fashion and the mask still happening, with his earrings still being worn. Now, in this, he will show a little more masterful, skillful in his blade work, and able to move more swiftly, having to be actually trained with blades a little longer. His father told him about some techniques of fighting, but he could never teach Tanjiro because of his passing illness of the, sickness he had, aka the mark. Quick thing about the mark, it basically grants the people power, but at a lack of, it shortens your lifespan, basically. Which, why he died at a very young, or at a, man, not a older man. So, yeah. Anyways. Tanjiro would pronounce, get ready, and still having the exact same sword, but in this actually was shown two. People were curious of why Tanjiro has two swords, but none of them would ask. Just trying to focus on their, thing. Night would have happened, and, yeah, it would pronounced be time to go in. He would have never met, everyone else, trying to focus on him. They're all trying to, they're basically everyone that was there focusing on themselves, not worrying about anyone else. Which Tanjiro was saddened at the fact that he couldn't talk to anyone, but he still, waited and thought that he could talk to them after the exam. So, yeah. And, well, later, Tanjiro would wait several days, and nothing would change. He ran into the usual demons, but nothing changed. It only got to more, well, as soon as day 5 hit, demons were trying to get more and more difficult because, well, the lower demons were dying out. So, yeah. Anyways, Tanjiro would have promptly, well, trained, or it was basically daytime. He would sleep in, well, a spot he found that could be easy to sleep in, where there's no shade for a demon to, kind of kill him. Which demons are like, damn you. Because Tanjiro was like, get me, you little fuckers. You can't get me. So, yeah. Yes, he went to, still it was a thick forest, so there was a lot of shady parts. So he did deal with one demon in daytime, only because of the shade. But anything else like that would have, well, nothing would have changed all the way until day 6. Because it's a 7-day span of they have to survive. Sorry about the noise, if you can hear that. The day 5, he would run into the forest, or run in direction of the forest, going into the forest, because he kind of like moved out of the forest for a little bit, which is actually where his spot was. Because there's like a barrier where the mountain is, and a kind of like area. He was basically following the rules, but in a way, he was like, I'm not following the rules, but I am. So he found kind of like a loophole in the old stay on the mountain, which was kind of cool, if you think about it. But anyways, he would go into the, well, forest, and wielding one of his swords, because he's still a one-sword user. The other sword is a spare that he made using his power. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm not using his power, or Shirami's power. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, there wasn't really much stuff he could have done. So, yeah. Weaker demons and all. Don't worry, I'll make him break the sword at some point. And other such things. Now, in this, he would pronounce get ready and go off. Finding that point in time would have been at nighttime at least. It would have been nighttime, or it was about nighttime, so he got a head start. Now, Tanjiro would promptly, well, get into the forest, hearing a lot of screaming. More than the past several nights. So he has seen a lot of screaming. And, which is not pleasant, yes, but he had to deal with it, and he dealt with it. He basically just put, the equivalent of putting a pillow on his face while he slept in the daytime. So, yeah, for all those unlucky souls that basically, stayed in the shady parts, yeah, they were stupid to do that. So, yeah. But anyways, Tanjiro would go back into the forest, and I hate repeating myself, so I'm going to stop. And, meet up with where the screamers are coming from, thinking that someone's in danger, and, for saying that I need to protect people, and, yeah. Now, I should also explain, I should explain this before, but I'm stupid. Nezuko, if you're wondering, same situation, still sleepy girl. So, yeah, nothing changed with her. I don't see why this would change anything. So, yeah. And anyways, Tanjiro would meet up with the big-ass demon that he had to kill before. He would pronounce same fight would happen, but actually I'll say he had his fix or it happened. It broke Tanjiro, now looking at the broken blade, throwing it across to try to throw it at the beast. It, hitting the beast but vanishing in thin air. The man just thinking of what hell is that, thinking that the boy only showed one breathing technique. And yes, he would have only shown one breathing technique. But, Tanjiro, now being equipped with fire breathing, switching to that form, or that breathing technique. It took a little time to get adequate to it, but he got adequate pretty fast because he was still in the middle of a fight. Switching breathing styles is quite difficult for him. So, yeah. Now, using his father's technique that he entrusted Tanjiro, proceeds to the equivalent of bitch slapping the monsters, aka taking the damn thing's head off. Same thing of how he did before, but instead of water form, it was a fire form. So, yeah. He was pronounced, Wade being extremely injured and literally just kind of. He's like, he knows he can't fight any demons, or he can't find really high demons now because of his whole kind of, injured state. But he could take on any lower class demons if he really pushed himself. But good thing for him, he didn't have to. Which was very nice. The last day was him just trying to, hide away and wait for the exam to finish, for him being extremely injured. And the day does come. Demon Slayers come in to, get everyone back, knowing that there might be injured people that survived. So, yeah. Them looking for Tanjiro. Tanjiro basically being hidden away in a tree. The guy's yelling up to saying if he's a demon or not. Tanjiro looking down with eyes saying he's human, and ask if the test is complete. They would have pronounced it yes, and said to come down. Tanjiro just saying give me a second, but before he can come down, he falls. And yeah. I'll just say, seeing this only happens once a year, I think the Hashira would be there, to see if any of the people are actually good enough to join the Hashira, or at least in training of the Hashira, they do need to have successors in the pillars, so they would need to have a successor. None of them have a successor, because everyone that they've seen was, either trash and other such things. Now, Fireboy is literally, his son will be his successor. Giyu is still looking for someone to be a successor. And yeah, they're all looking for successors. 1 second, moving around. Sorry if this is annoying. So, yeah. And, the person that saves him was, Giyu. Tanjiro getting now, catched. And Giyu kind of just like the whole, is that you, Giyu? Or just saying yes. Tossing him on the ground. Basically letting himself go. Tanjiro still having a lot of pain without Winston being saying, go. Which now, the equivalent of Bakugo in the Hashira would come up saying, how do you know Giyu? Proceeding to say, how do you know her? How do you know her? Weakling. Tanjiro just saying, shut up. Oh, my back. Giyu, why'd you do that? Or just shrugging her shoulders, just saying, eh. And just, saying, oh, one more thing. Sabito says, oh, hi. Her eyes would widen at the fact of that, stating how, let's just say everyone was like, who's Sabito? Her just saying, no one. Brings Tanjiro, carrying him by the legs. She kind of just took the collar of him, dragging him by his feet. So he was kind of just lying on the ground. Her going behind a tree and, telling Tanjiro how does he know him. Him saying that he was a, ghost that had, the equivalent of me just saying for plot. A ghost that didn't leave to the afterlife. They're actually the reason why he trained. And it's actually why all those, looking at the now, those people are now avenged. Giyu being shocked, saying, you killed it? You killed that demon? The green demon. The one that killed Sabito. Answer me. She's very yelling, so everyone can hear. And when they hear Sabito, I'll just say the burn boy just got there, saying, do you know if a boy named Tanjiro survived? Them just saying, yeah, Giyu's talking to him about something. He said something about Sabito. I don't know. They're like confused about who Sabito is because Giyu has never told her about their past, never told anyone about her past. Giyu just saying, oh, I understand. They're asking, okay, can you tell us like who's Sabito? Him saying it's better if she tells. Everyone looking at him saying, she would never tell us. Like, when do you think that's gonna happen? The man just saying, yeah, yeah, I understand. I get it. I guess I get it now. Why she kept a secret. Sabito was her lover. He died due to that, I'm guessing, a demon that now, well, young Tanjiro had killed. Oh, by the way, I'll just say, the equivalent of the cry boy, basically the guy that loves to cry, would ask why was he gone for so long? Was he on a mission? Him saying no. Tanjiro has two breathing techniques, which would pronounce make everyone melt, drop. Saying, how does that, what kind of breathing style? Him saying it's fire-based. Them being saying, we thought your family was the only fire-based family. Him saying no and he just thinks maybe he just says his theory of it might be an older fire-breathing technique from a older generation that he got from his father, or maybe his father got to his father. You know, the old, I pass this on to you, and you pass that on to your son, and you pass that on to your son. That kind of thing. So, yeah. Them just thinking that's probably the best explanation, which, well, yeah. Now, well, Giyu comes back with a tear going across her face, with, well, the equivalent of Tanjiro using a stick to, well, limp over. Them looking at, well, the now formerly looked like he just got bitch slapped Tanjiro. Cut back to, well, when I left off to Giyu and Tanjiro. Giyu would be yelling at Tanjiro, asking if, well, he killed the demon and you killed the demon and yeah. Tanjiro would just said yes. She would have buried her face into Tanjiro's shoulder, crying, just saying, thank you. You don't know how that much means to me. And, well, putting a hand over her back of her head and just saying, let it go. And, yeah. Her just saying, how are you so, well, how are you not broken inside? Him, well, smiling. It's a painful smile, but he puts it on, saying, well, we must go on with the living no matter what. My family would hate if I just left my younger sister alone. She needs me and I need her. So, she's the one linked to my humanity. So, I would be damn sure if she doesn't die. And yeah, 5 seconds, or 2 breathings to, well, get more teared up and cry into his shoulder more. Afterwards, she comes out looking like she has red eyes, and everyone's shocked about Giyu. Now, why would they be shocked? Giyu basically never cries, unless it's something about her past. Which, well, I'll say only one person knows about her past, and that they all know about her past now, but I'll just say, Butterfly Lady knew something about her past, like she had a lover that died, but didn't know the name, nor more of their past. And, yeah, all they know is he's been through the, well, shitter. So, yeah. Tanjiro now being extremely hurt, just Giyu offering to take him back to the old man. Where's, well, I'll just say the love pillar, the girl with the green and pink hair, would have just says, ooh, you two dating, bringing back a sad memory of, well, Sabito into Giyu's mind. Her frowning and Giyu just saying, or Tanjiro saying, really? Her saying, well, what? You realize what happened to her last lover. do you not find a little, well, can you not find a little restraint just to be great, at least let her mourn? She's been dealing with that for years. Let her mourn. None of the pillars would have said anything because he was totally right. That was a little excessive, even for her. So no one would have, even the equivalent of Bakugo didn't say anything. The white-haired boy with all those scars. So, yeah. Even he knew that was a low blow. So he didn't say anything. Him, limping over with Giyu's help would have brought back, or they would have gone back, and they would actually end up going to the old man's place. The man seeing Giyu and Tanjiro, with Tanjiro's arm being across Giyu's shoulders, with a stick, basically helping him stand up a little bit. He would have been shocked and say, Giyu, how are you? Fine, old man, your, student here killed the demon. And being shocked saying, wait, you killed the demon, Tanjiro? So, Izuku, I'm stupid, Tanjiro would just smile saying, yeah, your students are avenged, you're welcome, ow. Pronounces he wincing in pain, because he's not, fully, healed yet. He's still hurting. So, they would pronounce get him onto a bed, which... Now, Nezuko coming out, Tanjiro, which he would have pronounced ask the old man if she's, hasn't killed anything yet. Him saying she's actually been sleeping for the past 2 years. Maybe because she doesn't need to have blood or something, I don't know. He would have been just said, okay, if she does anything, I'm going to kill her. Tanjiro saying, if she does something, I'll kill her. It's my responsibility. Her saying, you sure you can do that? Yeah, I can do it. Which they get inside with a hug from Nezuko happening with her adorable face, which actually puts a smile on Giyu's face. I wonder why. I guess because siblings and stuff. So, yeah. And, yeah. Now, they would all be, eating, I'll just say they all end up eating dinner, with Nezuko just doing the old adorable things that she does, being adorable. It takes a lot out of you. Maybe that's why she sleeps for a long time. She's so adorable that she has to sleep. Wow. I'm onto something. Anyways, they would pronounce eat. And, yeah. Giyu catching up with her old sensei. He knew that she was a pillar. He just wanted to ask of, what's it feel like to be a pillar? She would explain that it's kind of bad and, doesn't think she deserves it. Tanjiro, not liking that, said that she deserves it out of, more than anyone. You earned your spot there. Even if, your past was shaky, you have a future, which is always good. Sorry to hear that's out in the background. And, yeah. Now, I do believe that's a good spot to leave it off. I've set the ship off, and I'm trying to make this ship a more, it doesn't happen instantly and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, I do hope you all have a lovely